Apparently, this is like a stream highlight. I thought this was going to be an edited video. Why VTubers will lose their original meaning.
Expansion
Okay.
of VTubers, though, chat. It's because a lot of content creators have an avatar. So does that? We open the floodgates, the discussion, we open the discussion and the definition to VTubers a little bit to a point where we genuinely have to question. We have to set hard definitions and hard lines to what constitutes as a VTuber.
Alex,
The amount
welcome
of
in.
people who now call themselves VTuber fans yet only watch clips and recall at anything idol shows, gatekeeping has failed here. Yeah, 100% gatekeeping has 100% like nobody has gatekeeped. The VTuber industry has not been gatekeeped successfully. The discussion is more so around should we rather than can we. It's too late.
Should you gatekeep VTubers or VTubing? Is it because you like it and you just don't want it to change? I mean, yeah, it's probably going to change and maybe not for the better in your opinion, right? But it just happens when things become popular. Like you like something and then other people start to like it and then like they'll pick it up. But you know, it does make sense that because like we have Hollow and of course like Niji has had its issues, but it's nothing compared to what the Taiyaki Studios that we like just like watched on the news, how they like dox their freaking artists and or their talent and then just like shut down. Like, you know, yeah, bad companies are going to show up and ruin it. You know, it's not just, you know, fans or people that you wouldn't say are fans, even though they watch the content. But, uh, you know, should you gatekeep it or should you try? I mean, I honestly don't think so. I think you should just like be open to it, but this is just my opinion on it.
The VTuber
You know, I'm a person that first saw Vtubing. I saw Iron Mouse and I was like, what is this weird shit? Back when I was in high school, right? And now here I am enjoying the content. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, I'm not somebody that's been down in the trenches since the get go. You know, it's like back when I always loved anime, but if you loved anime in school, bro, you are a nerd and nobody wanted to associate with you. Now, loving anime is cool. Everybody loves anime. Your favorite rappers listening to anime or watching anime and talking about it in their songs, right? And they got like their music videos anime inspired and stuff like that. Now, anime's everywhere. You know, I think it's just gonna grow. Like it just the people that are in VTubing are pretty talented, so I think it'll just grow.
Industry has not been gatekept successfully.
Well, name me 50 shows. Yeah, exactly. Like that's part of gatekeeping. It's like, oh, you really like anime? Tell me 50 shows. Like, oh, you really like VTuber? Tell me 50 people that aren't in a big company. You know, like this gatekeeping nonsense just goes nowhere.
Is more so around should we
Double Four, we talked a lot, and he lived an hour from me. He threw a lot of stuff and went off the rails. Double Four, I hope he's doing better.
Rather than can we? It's too late to gatekeep. Yeah, true. Do we put these people in a different category? Then we should be able to put anti-kayfabe people in that category as well. But we should copyright the term VTubing. Well, I mean, maybe the wording's off, but you
anti-kayfabe?
Yeah. It's hard. And the problem is, chat, we can't stop it. Try as we may to gatekeep, to establish hard lines on what an actual VTuber is. You can't stop it.
So what is an actual VTuber? If you want to do that, sure, go for it. But you'd have to make a common ground rules on what is a VTuber and what is not. And then you have to have the majority of people in the scene agree with that. So if you want to do that, I'd say go for it and just like see if it works.
The more time passes, the more the definition of VTuber stretches.
Yeah, it gets looser and looser every day.
The original meaning of a VTuber will no longer be what it used to be. As sad as that
and is that a bad thing? Like, I know he's saying as sad as that may be, is that a bad thing?
Meaning of a VTuber will no longer be what it used to be. As sad as that might seem, that's the way of the world.
Yeah, it is the way of the world.
Cultures, stuff, they lose their original meaning as time passes on.
Of course. Yeah.
Things change. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And there are changes that I may not agree with. But I have very much accepted the idea that at a certain point in time, chat, VTubing will no longer be associated with kayfabe. There will come a time where VTubing is literally just Twitch streaming
with
no
anime
kayfabe, with
avatar.
nothing,
Yeah.
but with an animated avatar.
Uh,
We're going to have fucking
but is that a bad thing? You know, you guys love the kayfabe, the oh, I live in this fairy tale land and this is my character, right? It's good for RP, and I see the appeal of it. You know, I'm not even an anti kayfabe. I'm totally fine with it, bro. I'm the same guy that believed that the Undertaker's gimmick of being a dead person was real. Every time that motherfucker took off his hat and rolled his fucking eyes back, I was like, yo, it's the Undertaker. Yo, this is crazy. Right? I was the same guy that fucking like believed in that shit wholeheartedly, thought it was real, right? And then I woke up and then I realized wrestling was fake. And then wrestling honestly lost, like I still like it. And maybe I'll watch a clip here and there and like see some matches here and there. But I am not invested in wrestling the same way because there isn't this mythological attachment to it like when I was a child. And like I can see the same thing for VTubing. Like if you watch somebody in like a big company and it's like, yo, this is my character. Like let's just say GX Aura. GX Aura whole kayfabe is she's a glitch, and she's like working with Opera GX or something like that, right? That's totally fine, right? I'm totally cool with that. I expect GX Opera to make these glitch jokes and everything themed around her is about, you know, computers and shit like that. That's totally fine. But somebody else is going to take the concept of GX Aura and they're just going to be a normal person. They're going to be Caitlyn streaming. And it's like, yeah, I like GX Aura, but I'm just Caitlyn and I glitch out. And there's going to be a crowd of people for her. And there's going to be a crowd of people for GX Aura. Just because less people will do kayfabe does not mean automatically you're not going to be able to enjoy VTubing, because there's always going to be a crowd for everything. So you like kayfabe, there's going to be people, even though like 10 years from now, kayfabe might not even be popular, it might just pop off again because that person is into kayfabe so hard that it's like, yo, I remember back in the day, VTubers were all kayfabe. Now they're just real people and it's not as fun, right? Eventually someone's going to bring back the kayfabe. Like it's kind of like trends, you know, VTubing has become a trend. Several companies have popped up and just shit out a whole bunch of people and they're like, yeah, go do something, make us money. And when it doesn't work out, you know, those people eventually quit and those companies go down. But what happens is it does ruin the brand of VTubing because now there's been people that aren't amazing, perfect quality. But it's popular, man. Shit changes.
there will come a time where fucking High Guardian Spice aesthetic will become the norm for VTubing.
Yeah, and even if it becomes a norm, and like you use High Guardian Spice, I mean, obviously nobody fucking watched this show. A lot of people hated this shit.
There will come a time where
like look at this, look at the reviews for High Guardian Spice. One season, right? Yeah, it fucking failed. So even if more VTubers decide to do High Guardian Spice quality, they're gonna get High Guardian Spice results. One fucking season. Cool, they're a blip on the radar. Like, bro, it's not that.
we're fucking
like,
High Guardian.
Does it suck High Guardian Spice fucking exist? Or there gonna be VTubers that are as bad quality as High Guardian Spice? Sure, it's gonna suck. But for every High Guardian Spice, you're gonna get a Bleach or a Sword Art Online or a One Piece or a Naruto or a Dragon Ball or a Sailor Moon or a whatever, man. Whatever the fuck, Gurren Lagann, Black Clover, Cowboy Bebop, Space Dandy, whatever the fuck, Blue's Clues, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Spider-Man, like these shits aren't even anime anymore, but they're great shows. That's the point I'm saying. There's gonna be good shit, regardless if it's VTuber like or amazing kayfabe quality. There's gonna be some that are great and amazing, and there's gonna be some that are trash, and there's gonna be some that are okay, some that are good, some that are mid. You know, it's a free market.
Guardian Spice aesthetic will become the norm for VTubing. There will come a fucking time, chat. This shit will become mainstream in the VTubing sphere, especially in EN. You may not like it, I may not like it, but it's inevitable. It will happen.
I'm sure it'll happen, but like, I don't think it'll succeed. And when it does fail, then they're gonna stop. Like, sure, I can 100% Amazon hey, this VTuber wave is getting super popular. Jeff Bezos, well, let's make one. And then they push it out. It's super quick, squeaky clean, and it's, you know, has some kayfabe, sure, but it's going to be unoriginal and uninteresting to the point where some people just aren't going to want to watch that shit. And when nobody watches it, they'll stop making it.
I mean, it already is. Yeah, certain. I can't put a name on one, but I've already seen certain VTubers that have already adopted this fucking aesthetic.
What, clean?
Again, the reality
or bubbly?
That's just how the world works, man. Cultures evolve, and sometimes they evolve and change in ways that the OGs will not like, that the OGs will not approve of, that the OGs will never, that the OGs will feel like a fish out of water.
And yeah, that'll definitely suck, especially like from the like OG's perspective. Like you were in here from the ground up, and now it's changed. To that, I mean, I honestly don't really have much to say to that. I mean, like, shit changes all the time, and like maybe a little bit, it's like, wow, this new stuff sucks. But maybe the old stuff that you enjoyed wasn't even really that good to begin with. Maybe you just thought it was good. Like, it's giving me the same type of vibes of people that are saying like Pokemon Red is the best Pokemon and there will never ever be a Pokemon better than that. When other games have come out and done Pokemon way better than Red ever did, but because it's not like the old shit, it's like automatically bad. And it's you know, there's gonna be some good and some bad. But I mean, like, to get to good times, you gotta go through bad times too. It's growing pains. It's part of the process.
Again,
every genre of entertainment has gone through ups and downs, man. VTubing is going to go through the same thing.
You have to remember, VTubing back then, you also have to remember back then, chat, that VTubing back then was literally just short form content and like fucking around in not Unity, but like in a small white cube. That was what VTubing back then. And people tried to gatekeep back then that real VTubing was this. That's why back in Japan, chat, back in fucking Japan, there was a lot of actual pushback from people who did live streams, from people who used Live 2D. A lot of gatekeepers were branding Live 2D VTubers and streaming VTubers as not real VTubers.
And then fucking Live 2D and 3D and live streams fucking popped off. And now when you think of VTubers, you think of streamers. You don't even think of short form content.
And look where we are now.
And look, right now, I would say this is great, but I'm sure other people look at VTubing now and say it's shit. And then like you could look at some companies now and be like, yeah, maybe they were good in the past, but right now they ain't doing too hot.
Look where we are now.
I can see the good and the bad.
Fucking 2D and live streaming has become synonymous with VTubing. Has become VTubing. What do those old people that used to think? What did the people that used to think what real VTubing was supposed to be feel? What do they feel? They'll probably not agree.
They don't like it, I'm guessing.
They'll probably think that they'll probably have their opinions about what real VTubing is, about how the good old times, stuff like the good old days,
the good old days,
like this.
Yeah.
That is what we are going to be at a certain point.
Of course.
Maybe 5 years from now, that is what we're going to feel.
Of course.
That's the reality of life.
Of course, bro. Like, even looking nowadays, you'd be like, oh man, this TikTok shit is so stupid. Oh, blah, 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 man. TikTok's dumb. They have low attention spans. They're idiots, blah, blah, blah. But then when I was growing up, not even when I was growing up, but like when I was older in my teenage years, we had Vine. And Vine was almost the same shit. You think those Vine sitting on the toilet, like, you think that shit was like, oh, this is the funniest shit ever. Like, it was only funny at that time. If you go back and watch those Vines, sure, you might have nostalgia for them. But 8 out of 10, I'm going to say the Vine wasn't like, it doesn't hold up. Like some of them, like, what the dog doing? Okay, that's funny. Like, oh, D's nuts. Like, the D's nuts part ain't even really funny. It's the Gotti part. So comedy evolves over time. People's taste evolve over time. What people like evolve over time. I don't see why this is anything different.
That's how industries change. And again, you may not like it, but this is the future.
I don't think so, bro. Like, you're using High Guardian Spice, bro.
That is not what we're going to feel.
It has one season.
The reality of life.
And an overwhelming dislike ratio.
And again,
like, High Guardian Spice was not a success. 1.5 IMDb, 1.6 Crunchyroll. Bro, first episode, 2021, one season. This is not gonna be reality, bro. I think he is
You may
just
not like it,
very
but this is the future.
paranoid, I guess. Like, I don't know, like he's scared that everything's gonna go to shit. And some stuff might go to shit, honestly. Some stuff might go to shit. But to say everything will, everything's gonna be high guardian spice, bro, that's a big reach.
It's just how it happens. Now that we have Aura, I hope we have more browser VTubers. Might as well have Cinder represent Bonzilla. Bro, chat. We are going to go to a point in time where Disney, fucking
Disney will make a
is gonna have their
VTuber.
own VTubers.
Yeah.
Where a lot of brands in
Why
the
not?
world
Yeah.
are gonna have their own brand VTubers.
Of course. Yes, of
And
course.
it's gonna be so fucking weird. It's gonna be so corporate. It's gonna
Yes.
look so fucking evil and so.
Of course, because they see money. Yeah, they're gonna hop on the wave, and what do? You don't watch it. If you don't enjoy it, do not watch it. Hate watching it gives it views. If you don't like it, hit it with a dislike and keep moving.
What's the word that I'm looking for here? Disingenuous. But a lot of people are
Disingenuous,
gonna-
yes. I mean, sure. Like, yeah, bro. When has Disney ever? You think these fucking smiles are real? You think the people working in sweatshops across the world to make these Disney products are like fucking happy? You're like Disney's going around copyright striking every YouTuber. Like, you think this company is good? No, of course Disney's not good. They have a good image, and that's it. Like, we already know this shit.
Gonna eat it the fuck
Like,
up. A lot of us here, I imagine a lot of us here are traditionalists, right? We are going to remember VTubing as kayfabe focused, as politics, mostly politics free focused, as fun focused. But there will come a point in time where it's not gonna be like that. Is Ruby a corpo VTuber? She's indie, but from Rooster Teeth. Yeah, I would say she's a Ruby. It's pretty much similar to Vienna, right?
so you guys are telling me throughout this whole time of corporate VTubing and kayfabe that there was no politics involved? Okay.
Vienna C9 Vienna was like from C9. She was pretty much an indie, a corpo VTuber. Imagine Minnie doing GFE. Yeah, fucking. Oh my god. The moment.
Lola
The
Bunny.
fucking moment Warner Bros decides to make a Lola Bunny VTuber is the day people it's gonna be the fucking the thing that, you know, all hell will fucking lose.
Bro,
The dam will
forgot to turn safe search on, bro. Let me fast forward before anybody else see that shit on the screen.
But for roughly people that are 16 plus brands like Warner Bros, this shit is gonna be fucking everywhere.
Honestly, I don't know. Because sure, maybe Disney will make a VTuber. Who's to say that they're gonna keep with it? Maybe they will keep with it. Maybe it'll be their entire mascot and their entire brand. Maybe they'll switch over to virtual entertainment. Maybe they will. I mean, sure, but bro, like,
It's gonna be fucking everywhere.
you'll be okay. There's still gonna be good streamers. You're still gonna have Hollow. You're still gonna have Pekora. Like, unless she retires, like, bro, you're gonna be fine.
We're gonna have a Gardevoir VTuber.
God of
We're
War.
gonna have a fucking Gardevoir VTuber.
It's probably already
A
one.
fucking Jolly
It's an indie.
VTuber. A fucking Wendy's VTuber. But the Twitter people still try to cancel anime every day. How is that gonna be profitable and morally correct for them? Yeah, that's the problem. The corpos are gonna have to walk that very
Let me hear that question again.
Wendy's VTuber. But the Twitter people still try to cancel anime every day. How is that gonna be profitable and morally correct for them?
People try and cancel anime every day. How would that be morally correct? Bro, like moral fights are so stupid. My morals are better than yours. I win. Like this not even really a debate. You cannot debate with those people. They're fucking crazy.
Corpos are gonna have to walk corpos are gonna have to walk that line between balancing what's morally politically correct and what's suggestive enough to make traditionalists and coomers like explode.
Wait, what? I can't read this. What does it say? My lives. Let me see. I think if I catch my live streams, sometimes we talk about really deep shit. Okay, like I'm like, what is it? My lives something. Okay. My simple rule for this video: find a generation or niche side, avoid mainstream at the highest. Yeah, this would literally be the best advice, bro. Like, if you don't like the mainstream, you don't have to watch the mainstream VTubers. There's still gonna be people that do kayfabe. Hololive is mainstream though, and he likes Hololive, right? But one day Hololive might change where the fuck they're headed corporate wise and where they put their boundaries and where they lie, politically. Maybe they'll switch over and maybe they'll do some different type of stuff, right? Just because you like Hololive today doesn't mean you're gonna like Hololive five years from now. Overall, I would say you're gonna be okay. If there's no gatekeeping, there's risk of standards being shifted around, often for the worse, but gatekeeping can breed elitism. Such a dilemma. I'd rather be elitist than lose the meaning of VTubing. I'm gonna say this. This obviously comes from a sense of passion. A sense of my thing that I enjoyed is now super popular and it's gonna change. Whether it's for the better or for the worse, it's gonna change. I'm aware of that, and I'm letting you guys know it's probably gonna suck. And my response is, yes, it's probably gonna suck, but there's still gonna be other things that you can watch in VTubing. Is it gonna be weird walking in the Jollibee and you see a fucking kawaii desu on the screen going, "Welcome to Jollibee"? Sure. But it's what the kids want. If the kids like VTubing, companies will pander towards kids. And then when the kids grow up and they're tired of VTubing and they do something else, the companies will pander to something else. But by then, you might be fucking old as hell and not like VTubing anymore anyways. So, what's wrong with his childhood? No, there's nothing wrong with his childhood. We're here for he he ha ha he. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's an interesting conversation, and it's definitely very interesting to see where it comes from. Like, I've never been the type of person to like gatekeep something. Like, if I like it, I let people know, hey, this is what I like. And if they start changing it, well, then I say, well, y'all can change it over there, but you're not gonna change it over here because this is what I like. So like, whatever you enjoy, keep it into your group. Like, sure, it might make you an elitist. Honestly, I think if you become an elitist over it, it's whatever. Like, sure, people are gonna call you an elitist and be like, yeah, man, you're a dickhead. You like this. Like the Pokemon Red people. Like, oh, Pokemon Red's the best thing ever. You like everything else, it's shit and you're dumb. Like, to those people, you literally just say okay and ignore them. Like, what else can you do? Try and argue with them? Like, no, it's no point. But I mean, I think it's an interesting video. Definitely a cool topic. But yeah, there it is. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.